In this video, we're gonna build a railway reservation system. This question was asked in the third round of the Zoho. Here, you can see this is the demo of the project that we're gonna build. You can see that we have three options. We can book a ticket and we can see the seat availability, and we can also cancel the ticket that we have booked. Let's run this project now. So when we run this project, you can see that it asks us to choose the choice from the four available options. You can see that we have the booking option and the seat availability and booking cancellation. And finally, if you want to exit this program, you can do that by pressing the 4. So first let's enter the choice 1, and you can see that when we enter the choice 1, it will ask us to choose the seat number from 1 to 10. So let's try to pass the seat number 7, and then it will ask us to enter our passenger name. So let me type my passenger name and the passenger age, and you can see the successfully booked the ticket for this username and the seat number 7. And when we see the seat availability now, you can see that the seat number 7 is not available, and you can see that the booked details are present here. And if you want to cancel this ticket, you can do that by pressing the option 3. And when we do that and enter the seat number, the 7 is the seat number that we have booked earlier, and you can see that now the seat number for the passenger has been cancelled successfully. And finally, we can exit this program by pressing the number 4. So this is the project that we're gonna develop using in this video. So let's get started. So first, let's clear all of this C++ code now, and then we will start from the scratch. Let me clear all of these. First, we will include the IO string. This is for input and output. Then we're gonna need the vector also. So this is used to store the passenger details. Finally, we will include the string. So this is used to perform the string operation, and then we will include a statement using namespace std. So before we proceed here, let's define a structure now. This will contain series of arguments. The structure contains this will contain name and the passenger age, and the seat number, int seat number. Now we have the struct that will have the three data types. The first one is the name, age, and the seat number. Once we define the struct, then we can define a max number of seats. So const int equal to max seat equal to, then here we're gonna define a max amount of seat equal to 12. We're gonna create a vector now that will store the passenger. The data type of this vector is the passenger struct, and give you a name for your vector. The name for your vector is the passengers. Now we have the vector to store the passenger details. We can define the seats array equal to, so this will take the max seat. Initially we're gonna set this boolean array to false because the seat is available. Once seat has been booked, we're gonna switch this array to true, then the seat is not available. So initially we're gonna set it to false. That means all the seats is available. So let's define the main function. Now inside this main function, first let's create the choices that we're gonna ask from the user. So C equal to, first we're gonna provide the line now. Then we're gonna ask for the booking. This will be the choice number 1 will be booking, and we're gonna end this with the end line, and the second will be seat availability. So let me copy this and paste it 4 times so we don't have to repeat it. So let me change this to seat availability, or we can say the checking seat availability. So let me copy one more time and rename this to booking cancellation or cancel the seat. And finally, if you want to exit this program, you can do that by, so let me change this number now. This will be 2, and this will be 3, and this will be 4. So when we press the button 4, the program will be exit. This will be exit. So to get this number, we're gonna enter your choice. We're gonna store this in a variable called the choice. So let's define that variable now. So int choice equal to, so let's take that input from the user and store this into the choice variable. Now we have the option right. So let's use this switch case now. So switch choice, and we're gonna call the functions depending on the user input. If the input is 1, we're gonna call the booking function. The function is not defined yet. We're gonna build this function later, and we're gonna use the break. So if the choice is 2, we're gonna call the avail check function or check availability function. So let's use the break again. And if the case is 3, we're gonna call the cancel seat. So we will have to define this function, but first let's build the and if the option is 4, we're gonna exit the program and stop the program. And let's define a default switch now. Default switch will be, let's print the output like invalid choice, enter valid choice. So that's it. Let's use the n line as well. So let's define this booking function now. So this will be the return type of is the void, and let's define the booking function. For now simplicity, we're gonna print a message like booking. When we call a booking, it will just print a message like booking function. That's it. So let me copy this and paste 3 times now so that we don't have to repeat it. So let me rename this to check avail now. So let's copy this and let's paste this to check avail. And let me copy the third function, cancel sheet, and then let's also rename this to cancel sheet. So let me change the message to availability function. Let's also change the final function to canceling this sheet. So let's try to run this function and let's see if we got any error or it runs successfully. You can see that we get a error on the 48 line. So let me fix that. Here you can see we mixed the semicolon. So let me rerun this file now. You can see that now the function has been executed successfully. Let's test all the choices now. If you press the one, you can see that it says booking function. Let's use a while loop so that it will continuously ask us the choice now. So let's do that now. So I'm gonna use a do while so that it will run at least one time. So do. So let's close the curly braces while choice not equal to 4. While the choice is not equal to 4, we're gonna continuously run this loop now. It will continuously ask us to choose the choice. So let me rerun this file now. You can see that when we enter the choice 4, you can see that it exits the program. So let's rerun it again. If you press the choice number 1, as you can see a booking function, and you can see that again it asks us to enter our choice. This is what we want, right? So that's why we use the do while. So let's try to enter the choice 2. You can see that it says availability function. If you press the choice 3, you can see that. So let me scroll down. You can see that cancel the sheet function has been evoked also successfully. If you enter the choice 4, the function will be closed successfully. So first let's work on the booking function now. So let me clear this booking function output, and inside this booking function we're gonna get the seat number from the user. For that, let's print a message like enter the seat number that you wanna book, and we're gonna store this into a variable called the seat number. So let's define that variable now. So this will be int seat number. This will be a integer. That's why we're gonna use the data type int. So we're gonna store this user input in the. So let's use the validation now. If the seat number is not greater than, so if seat number less than 1, and or if the seat number is greater than max a seat, then we're gonna print a message like enter valid seat number. So let's say put the semicolon and let's break the function now. So if the seat number is valid, then we're gonna get the passenger details. Before that, let's first check if the seat is available or not. You can see that earlier you can see that we have a array here, boolean array. If the seat is available, we're gonna set this to for. If the seat is not available, that will be contain false, right? So we're gonna check this using the use statement. If the seat number is we're gonna use the negation operator is false, then we're gonna say the seat number is not available. So all of these conditions not satisfied, then finally we're gonna get the passenger details. So let's end this with the end line. So if the seat is available and the seat number is valid, we're gonna store this in the passenger structure now. So let's create the structure object. So we're gonna define a variable called the p. So let's guess the passenger name cout equal to, let's enter enter the passenger name, and we're gonna store this in the p dot name. So let me copy this and paste it one more time to get the passenger age. So let's type enter the passenger age, and this will be p dot age. And finally, to store the passenger seat number, that is p dot seat number equal to. So we're gonna get this directly from this seat number. So let's copy this seat number. Before that, let's store the seat number that the user entered into the seat number variable. So scene equal to seat number. So let me copy this, and this will be p dot seat number equal to seat number. So this is it. Once we have the passenger details in the structure, we're gonna store the passenger detail in the vector now. So above this, you consider we have successfully stored the passenger details in the uh, passenger structure. We're gonna store these passenger details in the vector. So let me copy the passenger vector now. So this will be pushback. We're gonna call the pushback function. So this will add the passenger details at the end of the vector. So this will we're gonna push the P, that is the current structure object. Seats of seat number equal to, and we're gonna set this to 2. That means the seat is booked and it will be not available. So let's try this and let's run it now. So let's get we get a error like we can't use the break within a function. Let's fix that. So where is the break line number 37? So let's change this to return now. So let me rerun this now. Again we get a error like seat is not defined. So this will be seats. Let's add the s in the if statement now. So this will be seats. So that's it. So let's try to run this function one more time. So now we got the output, right? So let's try to enter the choice number 1 to book the ticket. So let me press enter. You consider it ask us to enter the seat number that you wanna book. So let's try to enter the seat number 7. You consider, so we get a error like seat number not available. Let me fix this now. This will be not negation operator. If the if condition is satisfied, then the seat is not available, right? If you use the negation statement, then the seat number is not available, right? So let me explain this. For example, I have already booked the seat number 7, and at the 7th index, the value will be true. Again, if you enter the choice number 7, the seat is not available, right? This is what we are doing in the if statement. So you don't have to use the negation here. We directly check the statement. So let me run this one more time. So let's run this file again. So enter the choice 1 and enter the seat number 7. You can see that it asks us to enter the passenger name. So let me type the passenger name and the age. You can see that now we have successfully. So let me enter the 4 to exit the function. Now we have successfully created the function for this booking seat. So let's print a message like the seat number for the passenger. So the seat number, let's enter the seat number variable p dot seat number is booked successfully. You should print a message like the seat number is booked successfully. So let's end this with an end line. So let's try to run this one more time. Let's enter the choice 1 and let's enter the seat number. So let me rerun this one more time. Let's enter the choice 1 and let's enter the seat number that we want to book. Let's enter 4 and let's give the passenger name and the age. You can see that we get a message like the seat number 4 is booked successfully. Let me enter the 4 to exit this program now. Now we have successfully worked on the function that is booking. We have successfully created the code for booking the ticket. Now let's work on the function called the checking availability. For that, I'm gonna create a boolean variable called the any available. First, we're gonna set this to false. If any ticket available, then we're gonna set this any available to true. So let's use a for loop on this seats array now. For that, let's use a for loop now for. So let's define a I variable int I equal to 1 and into we're gonna run up to the max of seats. So this will be I plus plus. So first we're gonna check the condition like if the seat number of I, if it is false, then we're gonna use the negation operation to make it true so that the if condition will be satisfied, and we're gonna print a message like seat number, or we can say the seat available, or let's print the I variable, and we're gonna end this with an end line. Let's set the any available to true now. That means the seat is available, and we're gonna use the break statement to break out of the for loop. Finally, we're gonna use a if statement to check if the seat is available or not using the any available. No seat is, if the seat is not available, then we're gonna print a message like no seat available. So we're gonna end this at an end line. So that's it. Let's try to end this line. So we also gonna print the details like booked details, that are what are the passengers the seat number has been booked to. So we're gonna deal with this later after we run this function one more time. Booked details are for this. We're gonna leave this as default. So let's try to run this file and let's test that function. So we get a error like, so this will be seats. Let's try to add the yes on the if condition. So let's try to run this one more time. So let's try to enter the first we have to book, right? You consider the booked detail. There is no booked details or seat available or one. You can see that the seat number one is available. That's because we use a break statement. So whenever a seat is available, we're gonna go inside this if statement and we're gonna break that. So if you don't use the break statement, you consider it will print all the seat available numbers. So let me enter the choice number 2. You can see that all the seat numbers are available. But if you want to provide the only one option, that is providing the only one seat or next seat are available, you can use the break statement to immediately break out of the for loop. So I'm gonna stick to the break statement here. If you don't want to see only one option, you can remove the break statement and you can see what are the next seats are available. So let's try to enter the choice 1 now. So we're gonna book a ticket like, so let's try to book the ticket 7. So let's enter the passenger name and the passenger age. You can see that the seat number 7 is booked successfully. Now if we check the availability now, so let me scroll down. You can see that the booked details are not present here. So we'll have to complete that and you can see that the next available seat are 1 because the 1 is available. We only book the seat number 7. So if you don't use the break, it will display all the seat numbers. That is seat number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it will not include the seat number 7 because the 7 is booked already. So let's try to enter on the booked details now. So we're gonna look through on this vector here. You can see we have the passengers vector here. So we're gonna look through this passenger vector to display all the booked details. So we're gonna use the for each loop. So this will be auto passenger. We don't know the data type of this. So we're gonna loop through on the passengers vector. So the here you can see we have this passenger vector here. So we're gonna loop through to get the all the passenger details. Print the passenger name, age, and the seat number that they book. So this will be C out of passenger the name, and we're gonna leave a space, and after that passenger dot age, and we're gonna leave a space, and we're gonna print the passenger dot seat number. So this will be passenger dot seat number. So let's end this with an inline. So let's try to run this function one more time. Let's enter the choice 1 to book any ticket. Let's enter the seat number 8 and let's enter the passenger name and the passenger age. Now if you check the seat availability, now you can see that the seat number 8 has been successfully booked. Let's enter the choice 2. You can see that the next seat available is seat number 1 and the booked details are, you can see that we get here details that we have print just earlier. You can see that these are the details that we booked the seat for. You consider the dash line is on this detail. Let's try to format this dash line now. So we're gonna use a n line before this line so that it will be on the next line. So let me copy this. Now that the dash will be available on the next line. So let's try to run this one more time. Let's enter the choice number 1 and let's enter the seat number that we wanna book. So we got so let's try to run this one more time. Let's enter the choice 1 and the seat number 2 and let's enter our passenger name and the passenger age. You can see the seat number 2 is booked successfully. Let's enter the choice 2 to check the availability. If you entered, you can see that now the dash is available on the new line. This is what we want, right? Let's enter the choice number 2. You can see that now we got a nicely formatted dash line. So if you can also place a dash line above the booked details so that we can make it look nicely. So let me copy these 2 lines and let's paste this above these booked details. So we're gonna paste this here. So that's then only we can able to see the booked details nicely. Paste this below the booked details also so that we can get a nicely formatted output. So now we have worked on the bookings function and also the availability function. Let's work on this cancel the seat function. So let me clear this output now. Cancel the seat function. We're gonna print a message like enter the seat number that you wanna cancel. Enter the seat number that you want to cancel. And we're gonna store this user input into the seat cancel variable. So let's define the variable now. So int seat cancel and we're gonna use the C in function to store the output into this variable. So first we will check if the seat is available or not. So only if the seat are booked, then only we can able to cancel that. If the seat is not a book, how can we able to cancel that? So we'll have to check if the seat is available or not. So seat cancel, we're gonna use the negation operator to check if the seat is available or not. To check if the seat is booked or not. If the seat is not booked, then we're gonna print a message like enter the valid seat number. That means the seat is not booked yet. So if the seat is not booked yet, how can we able to cancel that? So that's why we're gonna print a message like enter the valid seat number. Or we can add more validation here if the seat number is less than 1 or if the seat number is greater than max seat. So this is for the validation only. So we have checking three conditions. First, if the seat is not booked, and if the seat is less than 1, and if the seat is greater than 10, so we're gonna print a message like enter valid seat number. So if the canceling the seat number is already booked, then we can remove this passenger details, right? So we're gonna remove the passenger details from this vector. So let me copy this vector variable name, and we're gonna use a for loop to gonna loop through the individual passenger details, and if the seat number is until we get the passenger seat number. So we're gonna use a for loop. So for int I equal to 0, I less than passengers the size, and we're gonna increment the I. So we're gonna use the if statement to check if the passenger dot passengers of I dot seat number equal to cancel seat cancel. Then we're gonna print a message like the seat number, the passengers named. So let's print the passenger name now. Passenger the of I dot name, and we're gonna leave a space, and let's print the and the seat number that he booked. Let's see, leave a space again. Passenger of I dot seat number, and let's leave a space now. Cancel successfully, and we're gonna leave this with an end line. So we have to remove the passenger details, right? So passengers dot erase, we're gonna use the iterator now. So passengers dot begin and plus I. So this will make sure to remove the passenger details from the passengers vector. So the why we use the I is that so the passenger is located at the ith index. So we're gonna use the begin function plus I that will give us the passenger that is located at the current location that has the seat number equal to cancel seat. Finally, we can exit out this for loop, and let's change the seat available to false again. So seat cancel equal to false. That's it. Now we have changed the seat from the true to false. That means that seat is available now. Earlier the seat was booked. Now the seat will be available. Let's try to run this function now. So we get a error like seat number is not defined. So this will be seat cancel or seat number. So let me copy this and paste it here. And let's also paste it here. Let's try to run this one more time. Again we get a error like passenger was last declared. So this will be passengers. So let's try to run one more time. So this will be seat cancel. So let me run this one more time. You consider now we get the output. Let's try to book a ticket now. Enter the seat number. The seat number will be. So let me run this one more time. Let's enter the choice one. Let's enter the seat number 8, and let's enter the passenger name, and let's enter the passenger age. You consider the seat number 8 has been successfully booked. Let's check the availability now. You consider the next available seat is 1, and you consider the booked details are accommodation 21 and book seat number 8. So let's try to cancel the seat now. Let's enter the choice 3. Enter the seat number that you want to cancel. Earlier we booked the seat number 8. So let's enter the seat number 8 to cancel. Enter 8 now. You consider the passenger name accommodation and the seat number 8 has been cancelled successfully. So let's try to enter the choice 2 to check if the seat is available or not. You consider now the details has been removed from this booked details. You consider there is no details here. Let's try to book another to book the seat number 1. So let's enter the passenger name and let's enter the passenger age. You consider the seat number 1 has been successfully booked. Again, if you enter the check availability, that is choice number 2, here you can see now we get a message like the next available seat are 2. Consider the seat available are 2 and the booked details are represented here. And if you press the choice number 4, the function will be exited successfully. So this is how you build a railway reservation system using the C++. This question was asked in the third round of the Zoho. So this is just a sample application. If you want to extend this functionality, you can do that by adding the more functionality features. You can add the functionality to book the ticket specific berth, upper berth, lower berth, middle berth. You can do that as well. I will provide the link of this code in a GitHub. You can check the link of that GitHub link in the GitHub repository in the description. So this is all about it. So this is for this video and I will continue in the next.